Hello, hi everyone. Welcome back to Laptop Art 7 Tips. Tonight we will speak with our expert travel guide Valentina about Treviso. So I ask her to come on live. Wait a moment. Everyone. Ciao Aurora. So we will start speaking in English, but if you have to ask in Italian, ask. Ciao Valentina.
Ciao Silvia, hello everyone.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Very good, very good. It's a sunny
Good.
day as well in
Yeah.
Treviso. I can see that it's a very beautiful and sunny day.
Yes. Also here was a very sunny day today after some days, some rainy days. So we
Okay,
are happy of it.
that's amazing. So you can little bit introduce yourself, your job. I
Sure.
say many things about you, not many, but something.
Sure. I'm Valentina, tour guide in Venice. I work in Venice, but not only Venice, also in Treviso. And around Treviso. I live just near Treviso. Treviso is a lovely city, not so big, just an hour far from Venice. And I live between Treviso and Valdobbiadene, so a very green area between the two towns. And it's more or less 5 years that I am a tour guide, and simply because I love my area, and I wanted to share with foreign people first of all, but first foreign people, but not only, also with Italian people that wanted to enjoy this nice area in Veneto region.
It seems to be a very relaxing area. It seems to be
Yes,
very quiet, and I read that it's a very nice place where you can live as well, because I read on
yes,
the
yes,
list of
yes,
the
for sure.
top.
Especially in Treviso.
Mm,
If you have the chance to visit, it's a very green town, and also not so big, so you can enjoy definitely walking or just simply go with the bicycle if you prefer. It's very nice and not so big, so you can definitely enjoy the city, and also around Treviso. There are some hilly area, and you can have a good trip around. So it's very nice and green, and you said that is relaxing, especially in Treviso. It's very relaxing,
mm,
simply because Treviso um, is surrounded by the water.
mm,
Actually, two rivers that enter in the city, Sile and Botteniga rivers.
mm.
And so you can enjoy a lot of canals. And it's very similar actually to Venice. Of course, not so big like Venice, but some corners and some views are very similar simply because of the water. And it's very relaxing,
Yeah,
actually.
I see that it's very similar to Venice, so I think it's so beautiful as well. It's a little bit different, probably more quiet all the year, but yeah,
Yes.
interesting, interesting.
Yeah.
So let's start with our 7 tips. So the first one, it's about a relaxing place where we can go to relax, really enjoy Treviso.
Yes, I can recommend simply to walk near the river, Sile River, and or if you want also have ride by bicycle. There is a route just along Sile River. It's called Restera or Alzaia. It's a very green and relaxing place. You can, a lot of people, for example, a lot of local people enjoy jogging or go for jogging, for example, during the morning or just after lunch, for example, in the afternoon. But a lot of people simply enjoy walking and, for example, also during at the sunset time is very, I think, romantic
Is this
because
this one?
yes, you can see also a lot of willows along the river. It's very special.
Uh,
I think in all the season, if you also visit during the summertime, of course, it's very nice for the colors and the weather, but also during the autumn or the spring, it's very nice.
it seems to be as well very romantic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
beautiful.
But I think all the town, Treviso is very romantic. You can relax and enjoy with your partner if you want, or you can meet some friends along the canals. There are a lot of cute and nice places to have a couple of glass of wine, for example, and chatting. Just before dinner, you can see a lot of young people, but not only young people, so a lot of local people that simply meet each other and enjoy relaxing near the canals. So it's very
Good.
romantic and but also very relaxing.
Good to know. Good to know. So the second tip is about historical buildings. So
Hmm.
after relax a little bit of history,
Yeah.
I yeah, it's
If
good
you
idea.
if you want to understand better the city and the history, you can visit the center. The historical center is a square called the Piazza dei Signori, and the building that you can see just in the center of the square is Palazzo dei Trecento, and during the Middle Age was the seat of the highest council of the city. So it's a historical building made by brickworks, and so with this building and the tower just near, you can take a lot
Good.
of picture, and it's a very the most famous building of the city. And I can say that if you are passionate about old movies, there are a couple of movies that was shooted in Treviso, like Signore e Signori. It was an old movie shooted in the 60s, and you can see a lot of corners of Treviso and also Piazza dei Signori with Palazzo dei Trecento building.
Interesting. Yeah, and it seems to be you now everything is closed because museum are closed, so normal. But during the normal time, you can visit inside. There is a ticket.
Oh, actually, yes. So sometimes it's open. You can visit the first floor, not in during the year, but in some days they open to you can visit it. But you can definitely enjoy a glass of wine, for example, under the loggia.
Mm.
Loggia is under near the building because there are a couple of places that you can simply sit and relax under this building. So it is a sort of symbol of the city because of this reason, because it is the meeting point of the local people.
Okay, okay, good. And so that's the traditional part. But if we want to be a little bit unconventional and find a mis incredible, mysterious place, not conventional at all.
You have to move outside Treviso, and in 30 minutes by car, you can reach a small town called Refrontolo. Is surrounded by vineyards, so is the just near the Prosecco Hills.
Mm.
Is Molinetto della Croda, the place that we recommend to visit. Is a sort of ancient water mill. So it is very nice to visit this ancient building. You can see the water wheel that is already spinning, still spinning.
It's
Uh,
incredible. It's so beautiful.
yeah, you can take a lot of picture every in every season, I think, because I like to enjoy that area not only during the summertime, but I can recommend also a visit in Christmas time, for example.
Oh, beautiful.
You can feel just to be part of a sort of nativity scene, you know.
Hmm.
It's
Incredible.
very and also this place has inspired a lot of artists. So sometimes you can see in some places, little places around, or little restaurants, for example, a lot of pictures, a lot of painting of
Nice.
this, because it's
Yeah.
very, very nice.
But it seems to be in the middle of nothing, really. So it's easy to reach it.
Yes. Actually, yes, it's very easy because you can simply go to Conegliano direction,
Mhm.
and then from Conegliano, which is the main town in the area, you can follow the direction. So
Okay.
it's near the Conegliano hills. So it's a very historical and well signed. So you can follow the direction. It's
Well,
very full of
mostly
signs.
if you do, for example, your tour as a
Yeah, we can
you
organize. We can
ah
organize
interesting.
something. We can rent a car, for example,
Mm.
and because unfortunately there are not the public service. I mean, bus or some or train, for example. But we can organize, or you can, for example, rent a car, and we
Mm.
can go around this area and see a lot of nice places. And this is the most favorite for tourists or people that wanted to visit the area because it's surrounded by the vineyards. So with your car, you can enjoy beautiful views,
Yeah,
and
because
you can stop and see.
my biggest question is if I want to drink well, where can I go? But I think there are too much option, no? So probably
Yes.
perhaps
Um, you
possible.
know, this place is on the Prosecco route, the famous Prosecco route. So this route starts in Val Doppiadene and ends in Conegliano. So with your car, you can rent a car, or we can organize a trip together. You can start in Valdobbiadene and follow these narrow routes
Mm.
through the vineyards. And you can stop and visit one cantina, for example, or another. There are a lot of nice places. And I can say that this area that recently is part of the UNESCO Human Heritage uh, is still authentic.
Mm.
The cantine that you wanted to visit are still authentic. Most of them are run by families.
That's
So
true.
definitely is very, uh, you can visit an area that is still authentic, and you can enjoy the or buy prosecco with the small producers. There's a lot of small producers of this.
That's very important because sometimes everything is very so big. Yeah, sometimes it's
Yeah,
interesting as well. But for me, in my ideal travel,
yeah,
I want to find the real things, you know. So
exactly.
for me, well, everyone is
Yeah,
different. So
yeah, of course, there are some big producer, of course, but the other, the mostly of the producers are very small,
mm,
and the families that run this kind of activity um, are very welcoming. So you can ask, you can stop. They explain to you the history of the activity and so on. So there are very nice place to visit. And of course, for people that that are foreign or, for example, wanted to visit for the first time, I can recommend to take a guide simply because you can understand better
mm.
the area.
As well, if for example, if I'm looking for a good place to eat, that is the other question, the other tips. I think there are many places to go in
Yes,
in the
yes.
country area, especially, no?
Yes, yes, there are many, many places, many restaurants that you can enjoy the traditional food of the area. You know that in Veneto region and all the area around Treviso, that by the way is called Marca, La Marca Trevigiana.
Mhm.
There are a lot of restaurants that you can find the specialties. For example, radicchio rosso, that is the red chicory that is very popular. But a special dish that I wanted to recommend to have when you visit, if you want to visit Treviso, is a famous dessert.
Mm,
Is
mm.
tiramisu.
That it's famous all over the world, so all the people know that tiramisu,
Yeah.
but not many people know that it's from that area because many people
Yes.
think,
Yes.
ah, that's a very weird kind of name, no? Because
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to be Italian, no? It's
Yeah, yeah,
tiramisu.
exactly. It's a little bit weird. You know that a lot of tourists, I mean, for example, all the tourists that every time I explain the city where I live, and when I talk to about the tiramisu, they every time they are surprised to know that it was invented. The first recipe was invented in Treviso because the name tiramisu, for people that are not Italian, I explain, the meaning is pick me up, because of the coffee, because of the egg whipped mixture and the cocoa can give you a lot of energy. So tiramisu, the meaning is pick me up, and was invented. The very first recipe traditionally was invented in a restaurant called Delle Beccherie, and you can still visit it.
Oh,
It's in
wow.
the center of Treviso, yes, and it was invented by the owner, the lady of that restaurant in 1960s.
Okay.
So probably became very famous all around the world because Italians was a lot of Italian immigrants around the world. So probably they spread away the the recipe
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
But the very first recipe was invented in Treviso.
So the real recipes, because I think that in every region we change the recipe, you know?
Yeah, Yeah,
So,
sometimes you can eat with, sometimes you can find a drop of alcoholic
yeah.
liquor, for example, but the authentic recipe was, you can't find, you
Ah,
can't
I'm so
find
surprised.
liquor.
I'm so
Yeah,
surprised because in Veneto, mostly people love to drink. So
yeah,
I was
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
it was more
yeah.
alcoholic. In reality, no. In reality, it's not.
Well,
Uh, okay.
the authentic recipe says to us that you have not to put any liquor inside, but in some places in Treviso, actually, you can have the authentic one or with just one or two drops of rum or
Okay.
marsala liquor. But the authentic recipe was not with the prepared not with the alcohol only. Um, you know, Savoiardi biscuit that is ladyfinger, the sponge
Yeah.
biscuit. Coffee, of course, the mascarpone cheese cream with eggs, and some cocoa on to finish with some cocoa. That's it.
Amazing. Mm, I want it. I want the real one.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have had our prosecco, tiramisu, and I want an amazing view. So if I want an amazing view, I'm in the right
Yeah,
place.
if you think prosecco, a glass of prosecco with
Okay.
a piece of tiramisu is an amazing combo.
Yeah, yeah, perhaps I don't need the view. I see everything as well. Also, if I am everywhere as well. Okay. By the way, so if I want to, this is, I think, the last tips. Let me check.
Mhm.
If I want to have a beautiful picture in a street in Treviso, because I went out, I drink my prosecco, I walk in the middle of nothing to see the mills. Now I want to have a picture. Where can I go?
Okay, so in Treviso,
Mhm.
you can, for example, walk in a place that is along a canal. It is called Buranelli.
Mm.
Buranelli is a canal, not far, very close to the historical center,
Mm.
and is very nice. Buranelli, because according to the legend, the family that was the owner of the building, yeah, exactly
Mhm.
that,
Okay.
um, came from the island of Burano in
Mm.
Venice.
Ah, okay.
So they named the area in Buranelli. So also the canal was called Buranelli for this. And
Mhm.
if you ask to people, to local people, oh, where is Buranelli? They of course can show
Yeah.
you the way
Uh,
because it's very famous, and you can definitely take a picture, a beautiful picture um, for of this.
okay. Thank you. So our questions are finished. Our tips are finished. So
Uh, mhm.
if someone want to ask something, or if you want to add something, or if I can ask something, as you prefer. So if people
Uh,
have
yeah, or
some of your
in the
friends,
meantime, if if you want, I can recommend another special place in
okay.
Valdobbiadene for people
Mhm.
that want to visit that area. It's very special because it's called Osteria Senza Oste.
Okay.
Is a a classic, is not authentic osteria, like the meaning with a place that there is a house, but there isn't any house. You simply Yeah, it's beautiful
Wow.
because it's surrounded by the vineyards of Prosecco. You can definitely enjoy a beautiful view of it, and you can enjoy and serve yourself a bottle of Prosecco. You can buy it, just insert the coin, because there are no people, there isn't the owner here, and you can enjoy a view with a glass of Prosecco.
Wow. Beautiful. Yeah. So you can eat, enjoy Prosecco, and have an amazing view.
Yeah, in the same time.
Mostly it's open for lunch and for now, no, but in general, it's open for
In
lunch and for
January,
dinner.
yes.
So,
Yes, it's open during the year, and you can reach simply. You can see you follow the signs that show you from the main street. It's very simple actually because there is one route from Valdobbiadene to the other town, Conegliano, and when you leave Valdobbiadene, you see the name Osteria Senzoste. You have to climb a little the hill,
mm,
and you see this house. There is no owner. You simply serve yourself. You can buy yourself a bottle of prosecco, and there are some chairs, and it's beautiful. You can simply enjoy the view. It's
okay.
very romantic, actually.
If, for example, I want to come and before I want to go in Venice for 3 days,
Mhm.
after I want to visit Treviso and as well all the surrounding areas, not all, but mostly Valdobbiadene. And what you advise to me? How can I do that? It's better to stay for how long? 1 week?
Yeah, of course, 1 week is perfect because you can spend maybe 2 or 3 days in Treviso and
Mhm.
see around the city, which is not so big, but you can take your time to visit very well the city, and then you can move. Um, to reach Treviso from Venice is very easy because you can take the train.
Mhm.
Is 3 or 4 stops, so actually it's very close, half an hour by train. And then if you wanted to move around Treviso, you can rent a car or you can take the train, for example, or the bus.
Ah,
But I think it's better to rent a car and go around and visit the surrounding. For example, in Valdobbiadene, you can reach also by bus, but probably is better by car
yeah.
because by car you can reach all the vineyards and
Yeah. Because otherwise it's difficult, I think, to reach it because they are a little bit on the hill, no?
No, no, don't worry because it seems to be difficult, but there is only a street, and
Okay.
so you can with the car is simple. It's not so difficult. But if you, for example, want to be sure, and you can also take a bus
Okay.
and last year, they started to organize a sort of circle trip by bus for
Ah,
people that wanted to enjoy that this special bus.
that's amazing
Um,
because they drink
yeah,
well, so after they cannot drive, so it can be. Uh,
exactly. Or you can rent also. Yeah,
Taxi driver.
a
Some
man as
yes,
a driver if you want. The
driver.
driver actually could not drink, but it's nice to know that because now it's part of the UNESCO Human Heritage. They organize during the weekends a sort of circle trip by bus. So you can leave the car in Valdobbiadene, in center of the town, and then you can take the bus and you can stop when you want. If you want to visit some activities or some places, then you can take the bus. So
That's very
it's
interesting and useful as well, because you can, yeah, you can
yeah,
drink
yes,
little bit
exactly.
after be back to your hotel in the city center, and
But
yeah.
yes, yes,
And it's
exactly.
very touristic, right? I think during this summer, last summer, we have a different kind of tourism in Italy, no?
Yeah,
Because it starts to be very important, I think, as well, this kind of tourism, not in the city center, but in different places that before were not so crowded and so.
exactly.
So probably
Yeah, yeah.
you were one of
Uh,
the places.
there are, yeah, yeah. During the last year, for example, the last summer, I have seen a lot of European tourists, for example, from Germany, Austria, and so. But most of all, they were Italian. So a lot of people that enjoy the area. So it was, I, in a way, I can say that it was nice to see a lot of Italian people that wanted to discover this area. But I think that because Prosecco is part of human heritage, they organize now a lot of this kind of things to encourage the tourism, because in a way they wanted to keep authentic but not so much mass tourism. I think they wanted to maintain authentic, but in another way they wanted to encourage uh, the tourism.
Yeah, I think that everyone want to drink prosecco, so it's normal that if they let people know very well that there is this kind of
Yeah.
attraction, everyone will arrive. So I think that it's good to preserve a little bit the prosecco area, a little bit.
Yes, yes, of course.
As well,
I
big history, because it's not like we have Montalcino in Tuscany, because I'm from Tuscany, and it's a little bit different, but as well, Prosecco is
it's very popular outside Italy. I think is the most sold Italian wine in the world, because they produce a lot of Prosecco.
yeah, people love
And
Prosecco, because it
yeah,
is
but
like sparkling is something to celebrate. So you go to an opening art event and you drink Prosecco. You go to a birthday and you drink Prosecco. You always
exactly.
Prosecco to celebrate. So people love
Yes,
this reason.
yes, and also because if you wanted to compare with champagne or Franciacorta, for example, Prosecco is more enjoyable, simply because yeah, the quality is the same. The way that they produce is different, but probably because it's a little bit cheaper. I mean, unexpensive. So probably became very popular for this.
Yes.
Uh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just can say that if someone, let me see who is, if someone want to ask something, otherwise I I will come for sure in Treviso, because I have to visit
I'm
all
waiting for you.
Italy. So for sure, I think that I would prefer the option with the bus, because I prefer to be safe.
Okay,
But by
but
the way,
But you know, if you wanted to organize, or people wanted to organize something with me, we can organize it starting from Treviso or Venice. We can organize a trip with the car, and simply I can take you by car in Venice or Treviso, and then
Ah,
we
okay.
can go around.
Ah, okay. Like this, it's safe, so better. Okay, it's a good option
Yes.
and relaxing. Okay, so perfect. Thanks a lot, and
Thank you.
see you soon, Valentina.
See you
Thank you.
soon. Thank you for the chance.
Bye bye. Ciao ciao.
Bye. Ciao.
Ciao. Grazie.